Welcome to Reading Second Graders, and today we're going to continue with our book, Going Down Home with Daddy, written by Kelly Starling Lyons and illustrated by Daniel Minton. We're going to do something a little different with this book because we're going to use it today to talk about adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe people, places, and things. You use adjectives all the time when you're talking, and they're great to use in your writing. Let's look a little more.
I'm gonna clap my hands. My report was too short. It needed something more, so it was handed back to me by Mrs. B. She asked me to explore the wide open world of adjectives. They are the words I might have missed that modify and describe people, places, and things, making life interesting. There was a boy, a little boy, maybe a red-headed little boy, and the boy had a dog, a big friendly shaggy dog. The wide open world of adjectives, they are the words I might have missed that modify and describe people, places, and things, making life interesting. They took a walk, lazy long walk in suburb. A tiny yellow bird that sailed the boat, an old wooden boat on a lake, a clear blue lake. But the sun, the warm morning sun, they caught a fish, more like a shiny fish. It was a day, an unforgettable day, and they went home, home sweet home, to the world of adjectives. They are the words.
Oops. Let's go. I ended that a little too soon. But adjectives are words that describe people, places, and things. People, places, and things are called nouns. So let's look at this chart. There's a lot of things on this chart, and there's some describing words underneath. So here's a cupcake. That's a thing. The word that describes it is sweet. Can you think of other words that might describe a cupcake? Yummy, delicious. Those are all adjectives. Next, I see a picture of a ball. The word they use to describe it is round. That's an adjective. You could use other adjectives too, maybe colorful or plastic. Those are words that describe the ball, and that makes them adjectives. We're going to use what we know about adjectives in the book to see how the author used adjectives to make this story, Going Down Home with Daddy, even more interesting. So here I took some of the words in the book and I covered up some of the adjectives. I'm going to read the sentence without the adjectives, and together let's think about what adjectives might make sense. I watch as we drive from city streets to highways under a sweep of stars. So up here, highways, that's a noun, a thing, and the author has described the highways with an adjective. What adjective do you think would make sense there? How could you describe highways? Share with your class. Good thinking. Let's see which adjective the author decided to use. Ooh, flowing highways. Interesting. That gives me a good picture of the highway maybe being kind of like a river that's moving along, flowing. How about down here? Under a sweep of stars. So the author has used an adjective to describe the stars. What word might you use to describe stars? Good ideas. Let's see what the author chose. Under a sweep of sparkling stars. That is much more descriptive. So, sparkling is the adjective that describes the stars. You're so good at this. Let's try a little bit more. I'll read it without the adjectives and then we'll go back and check together. After service, we head back to Granny's and change into our t-shirts. Generations of our family smile from every wall. Mama, Sis, and I peer at pictures of Pa and Granny. Their eyes remind me of Daddy's. So let's take a look up here at noun t-shirts. That's a thing. What might be the adjective the author used to describe the t-shirts? Share your ideas. Good thinking. Let's see which one the author did use. What kind of t-shirts? Reunion t-shirts. So because they're all at their family reunion, adjective reunion describes the t-shirts. How about the pictures of Pa and Granny? Maybe you can look up at the illustration to give you an idea about what kind of words to describe the author might have chosen. What adjectives to describe these pictures? Share with your class. Well, those are all such great ideas. Let's see which the author chose. Black and white pictures. That makes sense. Here at black and white pictures. Nice. Last one. Their eyes remind me of Daddy's. Here, the noun is eyes, and the describing words are words that describe the eyes in the picture. So, what do you think the author might have used as adjectives? Great. Let's take a look and see. Their eyes, brave and bold. Brave, bold, those are two adjectives that describe the eyes of the people in the picture. Usually adjectives come before the noun, but they don't have to. You can see in this sentence, the noun, eyes, comes first, and then the words that describe it. Wow, you have done a really great job finding those adjectives and thinking about them. But now I want you to answer a question. Why do you think the author used adjectives? Why do authors use adjectives in their stories? Share with your class. Those are such great ideas. You're really becoming experts at adjectives. So before we end, though, we're going to go back kind of into the story and thinking about what happens in the story. And I want you to think about this question. Remember that in the story, little Alan shared some things with his family. All his cousins shared, and he had a turn to share. And when it was his turn, he shared a cotton ball and a pecan and some dirt. How were those three things tied to little Alan's family culture? What do you think? Why were those things tied to his culture? Share with your class.